At least 59 countries worldwide have banned female genital mutilation. It's a despicable act of cutting a girl's genitalia for social or cultural reasons. Senator Rand Paul says while that butchery is universally condemned, many people on the political left accept the mutilation of children for the purposes of irreversible sex change surgeries. Here's Senator Paul recently questioning Health and Human Services nominee Rachel Levine.
Dr. Levine, do you believe that minors are capable of making such a life-changing decision as changing one's sex?
Senator, transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field, and if confirmed to the position of Assistant Secretary of Health, I would certainly be pleased to come to your office and talk with you and your staff about the standards of care and the complexity of this field.
Let it go into the record that the witness refused to answer the question. The question is a very specific one. Should minors be making these momentous decisions? For most of the history of medicine, we wouldn't let you have a cut sewn up in the ER. There are dozens and dozens of people who've been through this who regret that this happened and a permanent change happened to them. And, you know, if you've ever been around children, 14-year-olds can't make this decision. In the gender dysphoria clinic in England, 10% of the kids are between the ages of 3 and 10. We should be outraged that someone's talking to a 3-year-old about changing their sex.
Yes, Senator Paul, where's the outrage? Remember when Senator Bob Dole asked that when he ran for president in 1996? He was referring to Clinton administration scandals. There was a little outrage back then, even less now, when it comes to mutilating our children. Sex-altering surgeries and hormone therapy have lifelong consequences for complex identity issues. I have a question for the women watching this. How many of you were pre-adolescent or teen tomboys? For most of you, it was just a stage in growing up, and many of you today may be happily married and have children, maybe grandchildren. Aren't you glad your parents or the government never forced you into altering your sex simply because you demonstrated a proclivity for behaving like a boy? Irreversible sex-altering surgery would have prevented you from having children once you grew out of that tomboy stage and became an adult. True, some people never grow out of it. While I don't support anyone physically changing their gender, the gender that God has ordained, such a decision should only be made by well-informed, mature, consenting adults. Parents and governments have no business imposing that life-altering surgery on any minor or allowing a child to make that decision. While genital mutilation is banned in many countries around the world, reconstructive surgical mutilation for the purpose of altering the sex of a minor should be treated as a human rights violation because it violates the rights of children. Liberals, remember you often say, it's all for the children. Yes, and in this case, the children should decide once they become adults. Well, that's it today from the Global Lane. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, Parler, MeWe, and Twitter. And until next time, be blessed.